With a friends without a man. I'm wanting everybody. Soon as I get in this party, I'm gonna let go of this body. The alliteration on Renaissance is crazy. Is that alliteration? No, I think that's just rhyming. What up, y'all? My name is Jade Fox, and this is the Madeyoulooks channel. And today, I've got another addition to the series, What I Wear in a Week. This series looks at all the outfits that I wear in a week that you may or may not have seen on Instagram, and kind of explains why I wore the things I wore, what was the thought process behind it, because this is a personal style channel, folks. There is no right or wrong way to do your fashions over here. Also, personal style is influenced by mental health, how you feel about your body, how your week is going, finances. Like, there's so many things that go into personal style. And so we take a look at these looks through the lens of the non-binary human experience. I am not non-binary, but the way that we talk about clothes over here, we don't really care. We don't really give a fuck if it comes out the women's section or the men's. If it's cute, it's cute. Per. It is the last day of Pride. It's the last day of June. And most of these outfits were worn during like Pride or just like queer type of events, which might explain why I'm a little bit more muted today, because girl, I am tired of getting dressed. But last night I went to Nobu and I decided to do an all black fit. We were celebrating my best friend's promotion, but we were also celebrating a reunion, I guess, because the three of us, me, my best friend, and Tania went on the Bali trip with us. That's where we all met and we connected there. And so, you know, she was out here in LA again. So we decided to do it the real LA way and go to Nobu for dinner. So I decided to go with an all black fit. These nice pleated pants, I've had these from Zara for I think about 3-4 years at this point. A great staple pant. I will probably never get rid of these pants. I think from all the mask folks out there, if you ever struggle to like find pieces for like fancier events or more dressy events, definitely play with textures. These are simply black slacks, but because they've got that nice little pleat detail on them, they just feel a little bit more elevated, even though, you know, it's not necessarily anything crazy going on. It just gives you something else to work with. And then I paired it with this Spencer Badu sweatshirt. It actually has little details. I don't know if you'll be able to see in this video, but it's got a little slit detail on the collar. It's very Spencer Badu. It's kind of a staple element that's amongst all or most of the fleece type of like pieces that they have. And it's also got that little split detail on the hem of the sweatshirt as well. I felt like it kind of grounded the outfit a little bit, because with the shoes that I decided to wear, which were these CDG Doc Marten collab shoes, a derby, and then the bandana, I felt like there was like a few different vibes kind of going on, but I decided to keep it all black, keep it on the more monotone side of things with just like some little pops of white, little pops of the shine from the jewelry, just so that it wasn't too distracting, and kept it more on the subtle side of things. I feel like this is the pocket of fashion that I like to stay in, which is like subtle fancy. Dinners, or just like any type of like slightly fancier dinner, is really the only time I would wear a bag, to be honest, because one, you're sitting down. I don't have to be scared about like losing track of it or like who's around. It's just like, you know, it's a cute bag for a cute dinner. Whereas I would probably never wear a bag like going out to bars or clubbing like that. I probably wouldn't do that. And because it's LA and because it's Nobu and I had never been before, actually, I wanted to like really feel the LA fantasy. And so I topped it off with the Prada shades to go with the Prada bag. And girly, that is what the mask fancy dinner fit was. And that was outfit 1 of what I wore in the week. Let's move to outfit number 2, which was what I wore to SoHo House, one of my favorite DJs. I do follow them on Instagram, and I saw that she was spinning at SoHo House for like a sunset DJ kind of experience that was on the rooftop. So this fit is actually one that was in my phone for probably about 2 months. Every now and then I'll just get bored and I'll take an hour out of my day and I'll just put outfits together for future events so that I don't have to think about them when they actually come. And this month has been very, very busy. And baby, there's something about like having the mental power to go into my closet and put a fit together that I just don't have. I don't have the energy, babe. And so I just dug back into my archives in the phone and I found this fit. Stussy mohair sweater that I was not hot in. I run cold. So people were asking me if I was hot. I wasn't. I run cold. So I was actually perfect. Stussy mohair sweater. And because it was a sweater, I wanted to kind of like offset it with shorts. I didn't want to do pants because it just felt too fall to me, especially with the colors in this sweater as well. So I went with my little Daisy Dukes. I got these off of the Zara sale years ago. I literally couldn't tell you. And they're from the men's section, which I think is crazy because I'm like, not these coochie cutters in the men's section. And they've got, you know, some nice natural distressing around the hem. Just over time going through the wash, I did not buy these with them looking like this. They've just got that nice natural kind of like worn vibe that I love, and kept it simple with just my vintage S hat. Once again, don't know what the S stands for, couldn't tell you. And I wore just some white crew socks because I decided to wear these loafers that Dr. Martens sent me. If you watched my most recent pickups video, you would have seen these. And I really liked this outfit. I like this outfit a lot. I think it's just very appropriate for what I was doing and for where I was going and the environment that I was in. It photographed well. I liked all the colors together. We did a little slight, you know, pattern mixing, which I don't do a whole lot because I don't really have like a whole lot of pattern pieces at all. So I thought that not the earth tones, but I thought these kind of autumnal colors in the sweater went with these more like tan, brown, almost like auburn kind of vibe, color palette of the shoes. And I like the contrast of the shoe with a Nike sock. It's cute to me. I don't know why. And I topped it off with the shady side up little cucumbers. I don't think these are available anymore. I bought these maybe 2 years ago. I bought them in the panty. But yeah, they're these green kind of like oversized glasses with a tinted lens. They're really cute. Once again, this color isn't really anywhere in this outfit, but it just worked with the colors that were in the outfit. That is what I wore to Soho House for the rooftop sunset DJ vibe. And I felt very cute in this outfit. This one I actually made a reel of on my Instagram. So you would have already seen this outfit, but I have to kind of explain the thought process behind it. I'm also going to show you two pieces that were supposed to be worn during this event, but didn't actually come in time. So this is what I wore to the Betsey Johnson Pride Party. It was at Heart in WeHo. And we got to see like drag performances and Betsey Johnson herself, some members of her family, Candy Muse was there, Gottmik. When I got this invite, I was like, no, this is not a runway show by any means. But because it's Betsey Johnson's throwing it, it feels like I need to somehow be on theme. And I was so grateful that they reached out and even offered to send me a bag and shoes. But unfortunately, they did not get to me in time. So I did have an outfit planned out with the items, but because they didn't get there, I had to figure something else out. But I will show you the items that did come later after I explain this fit. After going on Pinterest and kind of like seeing the vibe of Betsey Johnson, I really struggled with figuring out a way to make my fit on theme, but mask. And so I knew that like the pocket that I could do more with was just that kind of grunge, punky kind of vibe that is oftentimes like juxtaposed with the Betsey Johnson kind of like girly or like frilly fairy-ness of some of the outfits that I've seen on the runway. So I decided to go with just a plain black beanie right atop the head. And I wore a tank top underneath this net kind of like mesh sweater I got from Zara specifically for this because I was like, girl, I don't have Nathan. And then I have these pants that I love, Tombogo, I think is how you say the brand name. I wore them because I just liked all the little metal embellishments. I liked all the buttons on them. I liked the volume of the pants as well. And then I just topped it off, or rather grounded the fit with these black boots that are from ASOS that I've had for 4 or 5 years maybe at this point. And for a little pop of color, I had my little Acne Studios ring. It's actually right here. This little ring. I love this ring. It's just so cool. It's low-key too big for my finger, but we wearing it anyway. It didn't really turn out how I wanted it to. Like it did what it was supposed to do, but I just wish I felt better in it. I think that's when you know that you've like found a fit, is not only does it look good, but you just like feel really cute in it. I didn't feel that cute in it. And there was something about it that I think could have been just more. I think I was just wanting something that felt bigger in some type of way. I can't quite explain that. But you know what? I was like, this is Betsey Johnson's aesthetic is well outside of mine. And if I'm going to this thing and this is the outfit that I'm going with, it's like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Isn't my favorite? No, but I'm not mad at it. So the first thing is this like telephone bag that's got rhinestones all over it. Silver. And I did see a lot of silver in the looks. And so that's why I picked these items. I was like, okay, I can do something with these bags or with these pieces. And this is a real phone that works. So it's all wrapped up right now and I'm not gonna take everything out. But you can actually connect this phone to your actual cell phone. And when people call you, answer with the phone. Betsey, you're doing things over there. Kitschy. I thought it was cute. And I knew that at some point I would probably wear this to something. And I'm gonna turn the brightness down so you can actually see this. But it's these rhinestoned cowboy boots. Like, I have no idea if those colors are picking up on camera or not. I apologize if they're not. But what I was planning to wear was like a silvery mesh top with low on the hip baggy jeans and like these boots just poking out underneath the jeans and probably a beanie, which I guess isn't super different from what I actually wore. I guess what I wore was the next best thing from what I had on hand. But honestly, I'm seeing Beyonce this summer and these are definitely being worn for that, because where else am I gonna find a chance to wear bedazzled rhinestone cowboy boots? Girl. So getting into the next look, which is what I just wore on a work day. This is chill, no events, nothing crazy. I'm actually starting up something with 2 new business partners of mine, also 2 new friends of mine as well. And it's really exciting. It's very, very exciting. And so we actually had a meeting to kind of like just talk about this new relationship that we have and talk about like, what is the vision? Where do we see this thing going? Kept it real simple with this oversized black button up that I believe is from H&M that I want to say you can still get right now. I wore these diesel jeans. These are my favorite jeans. Threw on the Travis Scott ones because the outfit felt very momish when I just had the shirt and the jeans on. And I was like, oh, I need to like let the girls know I'm young and cool. And so I put on just the Travis Scott ones. And then because I have a hat that matches perfectly, I threw on this vintage trucker hat that y'all have seen a million times. This thing is indestructible. This thing has been in the middle of the ocean. It's been in the middle of pools in different climates, and it just looks great. It still looks good. I have no idea. It's one of my favorite things I've ever bought from eBay, and I probably got it for like less than $10, which is even better. This is something that I would probably wear in any type of work situation because it's hard for me to not dress how I want to, even in a corporate setting or even in just like a 9-to-5 work type of setting. And so if I'm allowed to wear sneakers and denim with whatever job I've got, this is what you would most likely see me in on a daily basis. It's like, I'm gonna throw on a nice little button down for you because we're at work. But yeah, baby, it's gonna be relaxed denim and sneakers everywhere else. And the last fit that we're going to be talking about in this video is a DragBrunch Fit. My homegirl Joyce had her birthday earlier this month, or rather when you see this, it'll be earlier last month. She did a drag brunch, and I had this set, this like burnt orange set from Zara, and I've had it for a while, but for some reason it was hard for me to find the time to wear it. There's something about a set that you would think is like, oh, you can wear a set anywhere, but it's just like, no. You can't wear a set anywhere. I thought that this drag brunch was appropriate. I liked the color. This is actually out of the men's section, which explains why it's a little bit long, but I really like it. It gives you that nice, relaxed lounge, like I don't give a fuck, but I'm cute kind of vibe that I love that comes along with buying a set. It just allows you to look very put together without having to do much work. And because this is around the time where Doc Martens sent me these shoes, like specifically. And so I was like, you know what? They match this nice kind of burnt orange color. I feel like the tones work well together. So I decided to throw on those shoes. Also, because the set was so very solid, there was no patterns or really no embellishments, anything like that. I wanted to kind of like break that up with a shoe that made a little bit more of a statement. And it served me well. Got a few compliments on it. I felt cute in it. And yeah, it was nice. It was grown, you know, like sometimes it's nice to just look grown. Sometimes it's nice to look like, you know, I got my little shit together. But yeah, this was the brunch fit. It was fun. It's a pop of color, but it's not taking itself too seriously. And probably one of the best things that I bought from Zara. I think that the best things to buy, especially if you're shopping fast fashion, are the things that you can't tell automatically are fast fashion. Like buy things that look more expensive than they are, and buy things that aren't so heavily branded from the store that it's from. So when I do go to Zara, I try to buy things that look like they could have come from anywhere. I won't buy something from Zara that looks very Zara, if that makes sense. Subscribe if you like this series. I do these quite often. They're really great and easy for me to do. And follow me on Instagram to see the looks first before you come to the channel and see the explanation of the fits. Follow me on TikTok as well. I do a series where I take menswear looks and I build them out using women's clothes to kind of like prove the message that you do not need to shop out of the men's section to pull off a menswear fit at all. You don't have to shop in the men's section at all if you're masked. And that's my whole kind of like tea. So if you're into that, make sure that you follow me on TikTok. I am Jade Fox on everything. But this has been Madeyoulooks. And do not forget, wear what you want, wear what you like, and wear it out. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.